Agents, have you ever written an offer for a buyer that has told you that this is my dream home, you've got to help me get it, only to find out the bad news that another buyer has gotten their offer accepted and purchased the home, but after the escrow closes, you're still able to work some magic behind the scenes to get your client that home they originally wanted?
John, how is that even possible?
Well, the funny part is that I've got a special guest, Richie Howard. Thank you for being here today, an incredible agent on our team who pulled off that incredible feat just as I described it. And Richie, really excited to hear this story of you going above and beyond, thinking outside the box to get your client their dream home. Let's just kind of start with a little bit of background. This home was obviously very special to your client. Do you mind telling us a little bit about why the home was so special and how did this all begin?
Yeah, John, absolutely. That's a great question. So the home is perfectly located. They actually were renting a home right down the street from this house. It's a big lot, great home, really nice size, right in their price point. Pretty much has every single thing they were looking for. Did need some renovations, but they actually preferred that so they can add their own little touch to it.
That's incredible. So, I mean, I know what you do in the background because I've watched you, build your business for a while now, and you always do an incredible job for your clients, always going above and beyond. With the legwork that you did to determine how competitive this property would be, were your clients willing to really put their best foot forward? And the reason I ask that is, Richie, some clients you might advise a certain number, but they always pull back and go lower. How did that end up working out?
Yeah, great question. So we're in the Bay Area near Silicon Valley, and this home, they knew from the beginning that it was going to be very competitive. We all knew. Just from the first open house, the first 2 days, they had over 90 people come through, which is extremely high even for our area. So they knew from the beginning, this was going to be really competitive.
So before I ask you because we're going to get to the outcome of this, which you guys are going to be blown away, I have to ask you, Richie, once you crafted the offer and you had an agreed upon strategy, did you personally think the offer was going to get accepted?
I did. So we had a great offer. They told us originally that they were just going to take highest and best, no counters. We ended up getting a phone call that we were one of the top 4 offers. And so we actually switched some of our terms up, raised our price a little bit, dropped some of the days of escrow, which were really what the seller was looking for and what the agent was looking for. And just speaking to the listing agent, I could kind of tell that we were going to be one of the top offers, if not the top offer. And I actually got a call back about an hour or two later that even though we were one of the top offers, we actually didn't get it accepted, unfortunately.
Man, so how much, let me ask you it this way, how many details did you end up learning from the listing agent about the offer they did end up accepting?
John, as you know, one of our jobs is to really get as much information as we possibly can so we can figure out and determine what our next steps are going to be. We ended up finding out that our offer was 1.2 million, 100,000 over the offer they accepted at 1.1 million. The seller decided they wanted a quick close cash offer, which ours wasn't, and they decided to go with that offer. So we realized that we lost the home, even though we had offered 100,000 more than the winning offer.
Wow. It's incredible, Richie, that you got the information, number one, but the information itself is pretty shocking, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we were shocked. My clients were, I don't want to say devastated, but they were very sad that we had lost out. We thought we had a really good chance. And that's when we got to discussing, hey, wow, that's tough that we lost out, but what can we do? I mean, is there anything we can do to possibly get the home? Is the buyer possibly an investor? Even if they're not, are they, is it their primary residence, but would they be okay making $80,000 or $20,000 in a couple weeks if we were to come with a new offer to them for the same amount? And funny enough, John, we actually ended up offering $17,000 less than our original offer. So they were able to get the home for $17,000 less than that 1.2 million that we originally offered.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I was going to ask you that question next, so I just appreciate you saying that. If you like the content that you saw today, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to book a free coaching call with me, click the link below. I'd love to hear from you. So they closed, you wrote the offer, immediately?
So I wrote the offer right before they closed, sent it in as soon as I found out it closed. They hadn't even reached out to us yet, but we could see on Zillow that it just closed moments ago. So we sent them in the offer. They ended up accepting it, and we were able to get them the home that they really wanted and missed out on.
Oh my gosh, just unbelievable stories.
Yeah, thank you, John. I mean, through all our meetings and everything I've learned from you and Leslie, you just, one, you can't take no for an answer, but two, you've got to get creative sometimes, right? And so that's what I think we did here. And Once we found out that we got the offer, I mean, I was definitely excited and ecstatic, especially for my client. We all want to make sure that we do the best we can for our clients. But they were over the moon. They were so happy that they got their dream home exactly where they want to be with really everything they were looking for. They were so happy, and I'm just fortunate that I was able to help them in this situation.
It's incredible. So last question, Richie, is what did you learn from this experience? Like, because I know every single transaction that we work on, they're challenging in their own special ways, but I think this was a really unique situation. What is your biggest takeaway here as an agent and just in building your career?
Yeah, great question. So, I mean, really for me, you know, we can talk about never giving up or getting creative and those kinds of things, but until you actually apply them, they really don't, you know, maybe they don't mean a lot or you don't really fully understand. But I think the biggest thing that I took away from this is just really thinking outside the box and really just thinking about what can I do to either get my client the top price when we're selling their home, if we're trying to write the winning offer, what are all the things that we can do to get them into their dream home and really get the problem that they're looking for solved. That's what I took away from it, and really it was a great experience.
I hope this story was as inspiring for you as it was for me. I want you to always remember that you've got to adopt that winning mindset every single day, even when you think you may have lost, like Richie maybe felt that way for a minute, but he wasn't willing to give up. He wanted his clients to win. He got creative, thought outside the box, ultimately brought his client an amazing result, got them the home they loved. I want you to do the same thing every single day when you show up to the best agent you possibly can be and get out there and win.